Everybody, it's Mike again, and today I want to talk about the concept of the best investment you have is yourself. You own yourself. Yes, you were created in the image of God, and God gave you free will. So since you have free will, you have the power to choose what actions you take, what actions you don't take. You have free will. So the best investment you own is yourself. And you have the power to direct yourself in the direction you want to go. Now, what I want to emphasize is that it's easy to get distracted by everything going on. You turn the news on, whether it's on the computer, whether it's on the TV, and it's constant barrage of divisive wars, politics, this group versus that group. All of that is designed to keep you in a state of control, a state of being programmed by outside forces for their benefit. And yes, there is an agenda, multiple agendas, and so rather than keeping you empowered to improve your life, improve yourself, they want to keep you dependent and focused on all these fears of war, fear of lack, fear of not having enough of this or that. So we're going to focus our attention on how you can direct your thoughts, take control of your thoughts, take control of your actions. And one way to do that is when you're doing your daily fitness program. Yes, you're doing your fitness program, but you have the ability to focus your thoughts on what it is that you're trying to achieve or some problem you're trying to solve. I'll give you an example. So yesterday I was having a conversation with a friend, and during the course of the conversation, this person maybe 4 or 5 times mentioned, I need a job that's 9 to 5. I need a job that's 9 to 5 so I can do X, Y, and Z. Okay, fine. The person needs a job, wants to be 9 to 5. But the person keeps telling themselves they need, emphasize the word need, a job. Well, the more they tell themselves they need a job, they're going to stay stuck in that present state of needing a job. So you would reframe that sentence, thought, suggestion to say, I am enjoying my new 9 to 5 job paying X, Y, and Z. Then you would use your time during your fitness program to auto-suggest that to yourselves while you're doing your fitness program. So you would say to yourself over and over again, I am enjoying my new 9 to 5 job that pays me $70,000 this year. Or I'm enjoying my new 9 to 5 job that is paying me more than $70,000 this year. The reason you would add more is because you don't want to put a limit. You don't want to put any limits on yourself. Same is true of weight. You know, I'm enjoying my new weight goal of less than 140 pounds, for example. Because why stop at 140? Maybe it's 140, maybe it's 130. You could put a specific number in there if you wanted to, but you get the point. So this is going to give you the time, your fitness program, your walking program, to program your mind for what you're trying to achieve and take control of your thoughts. And there's plenty of information available about auto-suggestion affirmations and how to write them, how to word them. You can look them up. But the most important point is you got to do it. And it's repetition, just like your fitness program is repetition. And your fitness time is a perfect time to implement that repetition of those affirmations so that you can embed them in your subconscious mind, and they help take you towards your target goal. So a lot of people don't realize this, but there was a book written many years ago. The guy's name, he was a plastic surgeon, and his name was Dr. Maxwell Maltz. And he noticed through the years people would come in disfigured. He would do the plastic surgery on them, and their whole self-image changed. So maybe they were a shy person, not outgoing because they were disfigured, kind of a withdrawn type person, and he would fix their problem, the disfigurement, and notice a complete change in their demeanor, personality, more or less. So he began to research all that, even going to the point of doing some studies, and he found out that the mind is a goal target seeking mechanism. A goal target seeking mechanism. In other words, if you program it, it will carry you to your target. Okay? And you can read the book. Psycho-Cybernetics is the book. So look it up. It's probably free online. It's old, but it's a great book. And it sets the stage for what I'm talking about here. Because if you just have your fitness program, that's great for your physical body, and it's going to help you mentally. But if you're not also taking charge of what you're feeding your mind and what you're programming your mind with, then you're missing out. Okay? Because whatever's going into your mind through osmosis is keeping you stuck or keeping you off track or helping you refrain from becoming the best version of you can become. You say, well, Mike, is that biblical? Well, yeah, I think it's biblical for you to become the best version of you can become. I'm not a preacher, so I'm not going to get too deep into it other than to say you were created in the image of God. He did give you free will, and he does want the best for you. So with that being the case, with the tools that he gave you, it behooves you to utilize those tools, i.e. your physical person, your body, to get fit, and your mind to help you get mentally fit, mentally well. We're always looking for outside forces to help us do X, Y, and Z. For starters, you start with your own self. You are the best investment that you own, okay? It's got to start with you. Yes, there are doctors, if you have ailments, that can help you. But whatever ailments you have, you still have to work on your physical fitness and your mental fitness. And some people say your spiritual fitness. I'm not an expert on that, so I'll defer to the experts. But on these two items, your physical and mental, they go hand in hand. So you don't want to waste this time during your fitness program by not working on your mental. You can do it at the same time, and it works. Now, don't go down the road like, hey, I'm enjoying winning the Powerball lottery 10 times over and this sort of thing. You still have mathematical probabilities and things, talents, etc., that go into the equation of who you are and what you're capable of. Okay, so you wouldn't, if you haven't done brain operations, you wouldn't say to yourself, I'm enjoying being a brain surgeon, because you're not qualified. You didn't go to school, you don't have the experience, you weren't taught. But I'm talking about basic stuff, like instead of saying I need a 9-to-5 job, say I am enjoying my new 9-to-5 job that pays me more than $70,000 a year. That's present tense, as if It has already happened, and the brain uses that to get you into a state of congruency with that goal. So then you will begin to, this person would begin to see opportunities, would bump into people, would continue to take action and submit resumes and send emails and follow up. But the brain is now programmed with the target, and it's going to bring it into fruition. So you don't have to believe what I'm saying. Don't take my word for it. Just try it. I think everybody would agree it's better to state something in a positive present tense and think those thoughts than to stay stuck and focused on whether they're going to blow the world up or not in the Middle East, or who's doing what to who, all these other things. You don't really have much control over that. You have virtually no control over that. So why go down that rabbit hole? Yeah, I understand it's good to be informed, but most of us are too sucked in by that stuff. I've been guilty of it myself, and I'm sharing this with you because I realize it's a bunch of crap, and we got to stay focused on what you want to accomplish with your time here on this planet. And they want you to stay stuck on, focused on fear, lack, you can't do it, don't try, give up, quit, go to the doctor at the drop of a hat, get on some more drugs, what else? Do illicit drugs, get off on some tangent without doing your homework, basic stuff. And this is what is, in my opinion, distracted everybody from the power they have, is all this crap. And so get focused on you. The best investment you have is you. You own you. You have free will. You're created in the image of God. So get with the program, pick a goal, and start. Yeah, start the fitness program. We talked about the 60 days to ingrain the habit, but start working on those other goals that you want to achieve and use that as a time to program your mind, the most powerful computer on the planet. I don't care what they say about AI. It basically at this point is a big search engine. So no, they haven't figured out how to replace humans. So don't get into that whole song and dance. That's another way to make you feel, disempowered, weak, disfranchised, or disenfranchised. Pick a goal that you wanted to work on. Get your affirmations written out in present tense. Use your fitness time to repeat those affirmations to yourself over and over. It's called repetition. You guys know it works because if you played any sports, or you learned to ride a bike, or played golf, or tennis, repetition is what you do at practice. It's called repetition. And that's how you get to the destination you want to go. So anyway, you get the point. Thanks for listening, and subscribe if you like what we're doing.